What if the ceiling we've been pressing our hands against for centuries was never real at all, but only the shadow of something we haven't uncovered yet? Imagine humanity standing at the edge of an invisible door, unaware that a single, overlooked discovery could swing it wide open. Not a loud revelation, not a dramatic explosion of light, but a quiet shift in understanding, one that redefines what we believe is possible and exposes how small our assumptions have been. From the first spark of fire to the invisible language of code, every leap forward began as a fragile idea that dared to contradict the limits of its time. At one point, flight was considered an insult to nature, electricity a parlor trick, and space an unreachable dream. Each breakthrough didn't just add convenience to human life, it expanded the very boundaries of imagination. Progress has never been about perfection, it has always been about discovery arriving before belief. Now picture a discovery so fundamental that it doesn't merely improve our tools, but reshapes our understanding of reality itself. A principle hidden in plain sight, waiting for the right mind, or perhaps the right moment, to recognize it. This discovery wouldn't belong to a single nation, company, or generation. It would belong to humanity, altering how we learn, heal, build, and even think. Consider what happens when limits dissolve. Energy becomes abundant instead of scarce. Disease transforms from a life sentence into a solvable equation. Distance loses its power to divide us. With one shift in understanding, problems that once consumed centuries of effort could unravel in years, even months. The impossible wouldn't vanish, it would simply change its address. But the most profound change wouldn't be technological, it would be psychological. Humanity has been shaped by struggle, by the belief that resources are finite and survival is competitive. A limitless discovery would challenge that narrative at its core. Cooperation would become more valuable than conquest, curiosity more powerful than fear. The story we tell ourselves about who we are would finally evolve. History shows that every great discovery first appears as a threat. It disrupts systems, unsettles authorities, and forces societies to confront their own fragility. This future discovery would be no different. It would ask uncomfortable questions. Are we ready for abundance? Can we handle power without domination? Will wisdom grow at the same pace as capability? Imagine education transformed from memorization into exploration. Minds no longer trained to fit within boundaries, but encouraged to roam beyond them. Children growing up knowing that innovation isn't reserved for geniuses or elites, it's a human trait, waiting to be awakened. A single discovery could unlock a cascade of smaller ones, each multiplying the potential of the next. Yet the discovery itself might not be a machine or a formula. It could be a realization about consciousness, time, or the fabric of existence. Something so simple it was dismissed for centuries, yet so powerful it rewrites every rule. Humanity has a habit of overlooking the extraordinary when it arrives wrapped in simplicity. There is also a darker reflection to consider. Limitless potential doesn't guarantee limitless wisdom. The same discovery that could elevate humanity could also magnify its flaws. Greed, ego, and fear don't disappear with progress, they adapt. The true challenge wouldn't be unlocking infinite possibility, but choosing how to wield it. Still, the spark of hope remains undeniable. Every generation has stood on the edge of something greater than itself, sensing that the world is more flexible than it appears. Perhaps we are closer than ever, not because we are smarter, but because we are finally asking the right questions. Sometimes discovery doesn't arrive as an answer, but as the courage to look differently. What if the greatest barrier to limitless potential has never been technology, physics, or biology, but belief? The belief that we are finished products rather than evolving stories. The belief that the rules we know are the rules that exist. A single discovery could shatter that illusion and remind us that reality is still under construction.
In that moment, humanity wouldn't become gods or machines or something unrecognizable. We would simply become more fully ourselves, explorers again, not of land or space, but of possibility. The universe would no longer feel like a wall pressing in, but a horizon pulling us forward. And perhaps the most astonishing thought is this: the discovery may already be waiting. Not hidden in distant galaxies or locked inside advanced laboratories, but embedded in our questions, our curiosity, our refusal to accept that this is all there is. Limitless potential may not be a future we invent, but a truth we finally uncover. And when that truth finally surfaces, it won't arrive with a trumpet blast or a single defining moment that everyone recognizes at once. It will ripple quietly through conversations, experiments, and unexpected connections, slowly rearranging the way we interpret the world. At first, only a few will notice something has changed, but those few will feel it deeply, like gravity subtly shifting beneath their feet. Resistance will rise, as it always does when certainty is threatened. There will be voices insisting that humanity has gone too far, that some doors exist for a reason and should remain closed. Yet history has never favored the guardians of stagnation. Each attempt to restrain discovery has only delayed the inevitable, never prevented it. Curiosity is not a habit humanity can unlearn. As understanding spreads, borders will begin to lose their meaning, not just geographic ones, but intellectual and cultural barriers as well. Knowledge will no longer move in straight lines from authority to audience, it will flow freely, shaped by collaboration rather than control. The collective mind of humanity will start to resemble an ecosystem instead of a hierarchy, alive with shared purpose. With this shift, meaning itself may be redefined. When survival is no longer the central struggle, humanity will be forced to confront deeper questions it has long postponed. What is worth creating when we can create almost anything? What gives life value when limitation is no longer the measure of success? These questions won't weaken us, they will mature us. Art, philosophy, and imagination will surge with renewed relevance. No longer sidelined as luxuries, they will become essential tools for navigating a world of expanded possibility. Expression will act as a compass, helping humanity align its power with purpose. In a limitless landscape, creativity becomes the guide that prevents us from losing our way. The future shaped by this discovery won't be perfect, but it will be alive with potential. Mistakes will still be made, but they will no longer define us. Instead, they will serve as stepping stones toward deeper understanding. Humanity will learn not just how to advance, but how to reflect, how to grow without forgetting where it came from. And so the question remains, echoing forward through time: what happens when humanity realizes it was never meant to be small? Perhaps the true discovery isn't something we find in the universe, but something we remember about ourselves, that our greatest limitation has always been the